Welcome back. In the previous video, I have explained about the American law reviews and how to assess their quality. In this video, I will focus on peer-reviewed journals. By peer review, I mean journals that have a process of review of the submitted articles by experts in the field. I will discuss how this process works in another video in this module. The advantage of a peer-reviewed journal is that the process itself often signals a quality check. This is why, for many international grants, you need to state your list of peer-review publications. A publication in a highly ranked peer-reviewed journal is usually a good quality stamp. The disadvantage is that the publication process might take longer. You remember I said that with student-edited law reviews, you can submit to dozens of law reviews by pressing a single button? Well, with peer-reviewed journals, this is almost impossible. Most, if not all, peer-reviewed journals require an exclusive submission. This means you commit not to submit to any other journal while the review process is ongoing. This, of course, makes sense. Reviewers are usually senior researchers who do the review on a voluntary basis. This is why the journals want to guarantee an accepted article will be published in the journal, and not that the reviewers wasted their precious time because the article was under review in other journals. I would not say as a general rule that it is harder to publish in a peer-reviewed journal than in American Law Review. It depends on the ranking of the journal. So how do you assess the quality of different peer-reviewed journals? The most popular assessment indicator is the impact factor of a journal. To simplify, the score is based on the number of citations of articles in a journal. The higher is the score, the higher is the number of citations. Relying on the impact factor has its logic. If more people cite papers from a specific journal, that means more people read this journal, so more people might read and cite your article if you publish in this journal. You're probably wondering what is a good impact factor. This question is difficult to answer. One option is to look on the median impact factor in your field. In one of the two short screencast videos I'm going to show you in a bit about journal ranking websites, you will see that sometimes you can find the median impact factor in a field. For example, in the JCR website, the median impact factor in law in 2017 was approximately 1. This can be your benchmark when you are using this specific website. But it is also okay to publish in journals with a lower impact factor, especially when you are a PhD or an early career researcher. So do not get despaired if at the beginning all your publications are in journals with impact factor below 1. We will discuss the strategy of choosing a journal and the decision about the impact factors in the next video. There are two main websites where you can find the impact factors of many peer-reviewed journals. The first one is called Stimago Journal and Country Rank, SJR for short. Link to the website can be found in the text box below this video. On this website, you can see the ranking of journals in different categories or to check for the impact factor of a particular journal you are interested in. Let me show you how to use this website. So here is the SJR ranking website, and let's start from general ranking for law journals. So journal rank, explore. Here we're gonna choose first social sciences. Scroll down to social sciences. Search for law. We keep all regions for now. And let's minimize it to journals. Now here it's the most recent year for which impact factors are available. Let's see what were the impact factors in 2017 and apply. Here you see the ranking. So the best journal in among all legal journals or journals that are relevant to law as well in 2017 was International Organization. In fact, is one of the most popular journals for international relations scholars. So this is the most important column for you, the SJR. Those are the impact factors. So you can see this journal had 8.5 in 2017. I will explain soon what does Q1 means. Let's scroll down, see other journals. As you can see, some of the law reviews are also here. So those are usually the higher ranked law reviews, and they sometimes have also peer review system. So let's search for another. For example, Regulation and Governance, ranked as 17 on this website. It's also quite popular journal for legal scholars. So in 2017 it had 1.8. I will get back to this journal when we check the other website for peer-reviewed journals. Now let's see if we want to check ranking of a specific journal. So you see on the right you have a search area. You can type the name of the journal. Be careful not to make errors. Let's try, for example, Modern Law Review, which is quite popular journal for legal scholars. Just type. And search. And we choose Modern Law Review. So here you get different information. Many times you also receive here information about the journal and that you can read if you fit it, and also link to the website of the journal. So what's most important for you are those two graphs. This shows the impact factor in different years. So we can see in 2018 it was 0.6. In 2017 it was 0.4. Now to explain what this is, this basically says in the field of law, this journal is in 2018 was on the top quartile, first quartile. In 2017 it was in second. So the best journals in each field will have green color. That means they are the leading journals in this specific area. But it doesn't mean that you always have to publish only in journals which are green here. Sometimes journals are different and still considered as very good in your law faculty. This is something you should check with your supervisors. Another website which offers a similar service is the Inside Journal Citation Reports, JCR for short. You can find the link in the text below this video. Also here, you can find the ranking of the journals and their impact factors. Let's take a small tour to see how to use this website. So at the beginning, let's see the rank of journals for legal scholars. We choose Browse by Journal. Then here we go categories by rank. And we need to choose what's interesting for us. For now is law. Just scroll down in select categories. A bit more. Okay, here we have law. We choose only law. Here you have the most recent year for which data is available. But let's choose 2017. Let's see what was then. And submit. So here you see law. That's what we chose. Now, this one is important for you. You remember I discussed the median impact factor. So according to this website, the median impact factor in law is 1. Now let's see the ranking of journals. You search here 2017, go to the journals. And here you receive the ranking. So you also see that the ranking here is different than in SJR. So the top rank is Yale Law Journal. So the column you care most about is the impact factor. And you can see Yale Law Journal had 5.2. So put it in comparison to the median impact factor. Let's check some other journals. So you remember Regulation and Governance was 17 in SJR with impact factor 1.8. Here it actually has a 2.7 impact factor. Now you can see it's higher. Just to note, it doesn't mean one of the websites is wrong. It simply means that they have different way to calculate the impact factor. So you simply need to use those websites consistently. They are not comparable. Now, let's assume you would like to check the impact factor of a certain journal. So we go back to the home page, and here you can type any journal you want. So let's check Modern Law Review. We just type. Now we choose Modern Law Review. And you will see it opens in a new window, and here you have a lot of information about the journal. But again, what you care most about is the impact factor. This was actually in 2018, and let's say in 2017 you also have. So in 2017 the impact factor was 1.2. To remind you, in SJR the impact factor was 0.4. So again, you can see a difference here. But again, you could compare different journals within one website, and then you can know which one has a higher impact factor or lower. Because still, as you can see in SJR, Regulation and Governance, for example, was higher than Modern Law Review. And also here, Regulation and Governance was higher than Modern Law Review. Generally, the impact factors in SJR are lower than the ones presented in JCR. The reason is the method of computing this indicator. If you are interested to read about the method, you can find all the information on the website. But what is important to know for now is that both scores are okay. The only important thing to keep in mind is that when you are doing your search, choose one of those websites and use it consistently. The impact factors in SJR are not comparable to impact factors in JCR. One side note, sometimes there are new journals that do not have an impact factor simply because they are new. Still, they might be very highly cited journals in the future, so you should not reject the possibility of publishing there on spot. One way to assess the quality of such journals is by looking at their board of editors and the authors of the first articles. Also look at the publishing house. Sometimes you can find leading scholars opening a completely new journal. Their reputation might be a good signal of the quality of the journal and its potential success. One such example, in my opinion, is the Behavioral Science and Policy Journal. This journal was established in 2015, so in 2018, for example, it still didn't have an impact factor. But the editorial board includes the stars in this field. It is also a journal that covers an emerging field of research. All these factors might suggest that eventually this journal will have a high impact factor. But beware of fake journals. There is a growing practice of emails trying to solicit publications in different journals. Not all of those journals are real, and those which are real, the quality is not clear. Do not jump on the opportunity to publish there. In case of doubt about the quality of a journal where you want to submit your paper, always consult your supervisor and/or other senior researchers in your department. We have reached the end of this video. By now, you should be able to search for journals and assess their quality. In the next video, I will discuss some tips how to choose the journal where to publish your work.